Happy birthday, Mr. President. President Clinton, that is. Bill Clinton turned 65 today. The power and politics of gray boomers. Plus, the disappearing center. I want to talk about Bill Clinton and wish the former president a happy birthday. Bill Clinton is 65 today. A couple of us worked in his administration. David, I know you did as well as I did. We've actually got a picture of Bill Clinton when he was president and a picture afterwards, so you can kind of compare the then and now. Now, this is striking to me. Let me go back across with David and then to Crystal and Jonathan. I remember when we were all excited about Clinton in those days, it was because he was young. Now we're all getting older, I think, and this really speaks to the boomers are hitting their rocking chairs. It's really the source of all the long-term fiscal problems the country has. Do you wax nostalgic on a day like this, David, and feel a little older?
Well, I am a lifelong fan of Bill Clinton, so I just wax nostalgic whenever you put his picture on the screen. And also, I'll say he's looking pretty darn good for 65, isn't he? I mean, at least in his case, he got to keep all his hair. That's more than I can say.
CNN, Sunday night at 8. Dr. Sanjay Gupta and former President Bill Clinton explore the signs, tests, and lifestyle changes that could lead to the last heart attack. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, The Last Heart Attack. CNN, Sunday night at 8 Eastern.
And we are back with the special SGMD. You know, according to the American Heart Association, 40% of Americans believe they're in ideal heart health. The real number, though, fewer than 1%. And those numbers starting to ring true in places like Havana, Cuba, where we are now as well. Former President Clinton thought he was in ideal heart health, but it took a quadruple bypass surgery to save his life. I sat down with him as he is a changed man now, even a vegan. That's right, a vegan. He told me how he did it.
I was lucky I didn't die of a heart attack.
Former President Clinton, like too many people, was busy. And for years he ignored warning signs from his heart. But in 2004, during an exhausting book tour, there was something different.
I had a real tightness in my chest when I was getting off the airplane. And it was no pain, but it was tight. And it was the only time I'd had it unrelated to exercise. So I immediately went down to our local hospital and they did a test. They said, you got real problems. They hustled me down to Columbia Presbyterian and they confirmed the determination that I had serious blockage and needed the surgery.
The doctors immediately knew. Options were limited. The 58-year-old Clinton needed to have his chest opened, his heart stopped, and surgery performed.
There's no medical treatment for reversing the obstructions that have already formed in his blood vessels.
So I got Hillary and Chelsea there, and all I remember is it was happening fast. And everybody who cared about me was scared, and I felt bright and serene.
On Labor Day in 2004, Mr. Clinton had 4 blood vessels bypassed.
Starting this morning around 8 o'clock, he had a relatively routine quadruple bypass operation. We left the operating room around noon, and he is recovering normally.
Well, it hurt like the devil for about 3 weeks, and it hurt so much that I had a hard time even watching movies, much less reading. And then when I started again to exercise, and I forced myself out. I mean, like the first day, try to just walk a half a block one way or the other. I was really trying to push myself into doing the therapy. There was that period when you're just not sure you can come back.
How do you know that you're healthy now? I mean, first of all, would you call yourself healthy now?
Well, I think I'm healthier than I was. I lost 20-something pounds, and I feel good, and I actually have, believe it or not, more energy. I seem to need, when I do sleep, I sleep better, but I seem to need less sleep to function at a reasonably high level than I did on the other day.
Really out of shape, though. I mean, you talked about the fact that you love to eat. I mean,
but I don't, I like the stuff I eat. I like the vegetables, the fruits, the beans, the stuff I eat now I like. I like it.
Do you call yourself a vegan now, then?
Well, I suppose I am if I don't eat dairy or meat or fish,
So you've cut all that out. I mean, do you
the only thing, once in a while, literally in well over a year now, at Thanksgiving, I had one bite of turkey.
I mean, you're doing this for your health. Is that why you're doing it?
Absolutely.
President, how are you?
Great.
Last time we spoke a few weeks ago, you said you were going to be really strict on the diet. You were doing a pretty good job, you said.
Yeah, I'm being more strict now.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, by the time I have my 65th birthday, I want to weigh what I did when I went home from law school in 1973.
wow,
that's what I'm working.
That's a grand ambition. I like that.
So we'll
how
see
much was that? Will you tell us?
I got down to 185.
All right.
Now I got down when Chelsea was married. I weighed about 192, which is what I weighed when I graduated from high school. Anything under 195 was my optimum weight my whole life. But in the summer of '73, we had a scorching hot summer, and I ran 3 miles a day at the hottest hour of the day, which I could do back then, in order to make the pounds go off. And it was the first time since I was 13 years old that I'd weighed 185 pounds. So I'm going to try one more time to make it.
First boomer, the burger-scarfing, big-eating Bill Clinton, has become a vegan. His advice on turning 65. In Healthy Living tonight, someone we all know whose turbocharged appetite for fast food was matched only by his turbocharged personality, President Bill Clinton. He has made a big change in his diet. He is a vegan, raising the question if the first boomer president can press the restart button at the age of 65. What about the rest of the boomers? Here's ABC's Ryan Claiborne.
There was a time when Bill Clinton never met a Big Mac he didn't like.
I'm eating an apple fritter right now.
Hillary Clinton persuaded White House chefs to cook healthier meals, which kind of worked. But it wasn't until 2004, when he had triple bypass heart surgery, that Bill Clinton truly got serious about changing his eating habits. Then last year, with the goal of shedding 20 pounds for daughter Chelsea's wedding, he cut out all meat, as he explained to Barbara Walters.
For several months, I just essentially quit eating animal products, including dairy.
So it's mostly what, grains and...
I mostly eat vegetables, fruits, and whole grain bread, and I just feel better doing it.
For more than a year now, Clinton has been adhering very closely to what's known as a vegan diet. Like a vegetarian diet, the vegan diet excludes beef, chicken, and pork. But the vegan diet goes even farther, cutting out fish and all animal byproducts, including cheese, milk, and eggs. What does it leave? Mainly fruits, vegetables, nuts, and grains.
He says that he's doing really well.
Cardiologist Dean Ornish helped teach President Clinton how to eat more healthfully.
Moderate changes weren't enough to help him reverse or prevent heart disease. So he began following more of a plant-based diet. In our studies, we showed that it could actually reverse the progression of heart disease. Within a month, we found that the blood flow to your heart can improve.
And yet, despite all evidence of its benefits, a lot of people still shun healthier food because it doesn't sound very tasty. What would you say to people who think that vegan food is bland or tasteless?
They probably haven't tried it.
It's good?
It's excellent.
And not just tasty, but they say it also makes them feel better. And Bill Clinton agrees as he celebrates this milestone birthday today. The formerly corpulent former president says he's slimmer, fitter, and feeling more energetic, Diane, than he has in years, he says.
Are you intrigued?
I tried a vegan lunch, and it tasted great.
So one lunch at a time.
That's a start.
For Ron Claiborne.
That's just a start.
Okay, thank you.
To Hillary Clinton, keep fighting for us.
TeamHillaryClinton.com.